Hello everyone. Here's another piece you can learn quite early in your studies. It is called Musette and it is attributed to Johann Sebastian Bach, and it goes like this. Okay, so let's break it down. So the first part is, for your right hand, is just going to be a D major 5-finger hand position. So if you find D in between the group of 2 black notes, and it is those 5 notes. First 5 notes of the D major scale. And this is in D major, so it is based on this scale. So you want to get that sound in your head. And there are your notes: D, E, F sharp, G, and A. So you can do it as either a picture, or you can say the notes. You can also think about your fingers: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All 3 ways are valid, and you actually should be able to go through all different ways of doing it, right? So you're going to play this. So you're going to start with the uppermost note, the A, and then just play all your fingers down, right? So, and notice the proportion that this first A is worth 4 of the next note value. So if I were to think in my head, that gives me the rhythm. So even when I'm playing it the way it's written, I'm thinking la 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 la. So I'm not going to rush that first note. So when you have that down, now also notice that I am 1 D above middle C. So here's middle C right here where the name of the piano is. I go up to the next middle C and we start at this D, right? So that's where this begins. So our next section is we're going to move down to middle C. And you're going to have the same hand position here. And you're going to play this. So you're going to start with F sharp, G, A, G, F sharp, E, A, F sharp, D. So now, how do we remember all of these notes? Well, we look for patterns, right? So first of all, we have either steps or skips. So skips, we're skipping notes. Steps, we're moving by steps along the scale, right? So first thing, F sharp, step, G, A, all steps, G, F sharp, E, and then a D major chord backwards. Those are our steps. So that's a D chord. D, F sharp, and A. And that's actually the tonic chord of our key. And you see we're just going to play the chord backwards. So starting on F sharp, so F sharp, G, A, G, F sharp, E, and then we already know our whole first section because that just repeats. Okay, so the hand coordination is not so easy, but once you get it, you realize the left hand is super easy. So the first thing the left hand does is a D octave. So kind of a short, notice I don't bounce my arm to do that. I use my fingers and I play short. So it's just D, D. So this D is in between the group of two black notes to find that D. So somebody who has absolutely no experience with music could play this piece, right? You could learn it by rote. So how does that go together? So how many Ds do I play on the first note? 2. You see that? So, and then I play 2 right-hand notes for each D now. Do you have the patience to do it that slowly? Because if you do, you will learn it faster. 2 notes left hand, now 2 notes right hand. So get that down. So if you just play that over and over and over again, it becomes more fluid, right? So what happens is you have to only play it twice in the piece. So it goes like this. And then the next part, the left hand plays exactly what the right hand played, remember? The left is going to do the same thing. So it's going to start with F sharp, G, A, G, F sharp, E, A, F sharp, D. So this part is super easy because the hands play exactly the same thing. Okay, so now this is the whole first section. Now, the other thing that's great about this piece is it teaches you to move fast and play slowly, right? So you have to move to the next position, get there, and before you play. And I'll show you, I'll give you an example, all right? So I'm here, watch how fast you have to move, and you're there. And you don't have that kind of time, and then you're back. And then you move. So you can practice. You want to move straight across. You don't want motion like this to get from one place to the next, right? On the piano. You're here, you're here. You're here, you're here. You're here, you're here. Right? So there we go. We're gonna move. Go. And go. And go. Okay, so that's your whole first section. And you can pause the video, work on it. Right? And when you have that first section down, you can work on the second section. Okay? So, right hand for the next section. So you can use 2 here, or you could use 3. 2 is probably better because you have stronger fingers, right? I would use 3. But you could use 2. So you're going to have C sharp, D, and E that you need to cover, whether you use 2 or 3. And then you're going to play 5 and 2. So A and E, C sharp, D, and E. And that's for this part what you need, right? So C sharp, D, E, C sharp, D, E, A, E, E. So right, so then it's A, E, A, E. Okay, so this whole first section of the second section. And then the next thing you do is go here. So here's another hand position, right? So a lot of hand positions, D, C sharp, B, A. And then you end up 3, 1. So the next measure. So notice how we're practicing this. We're practicing every move and every move separately, right? So you have to move here. Now you stay. And then you move. And then you move again. Right? So you practice every little bit of that and then get that together. Now the good news is the left hand's going to play just A. So it's an A octave, right? And why is it called an octave? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. OCT is like 8, right? In Latin, there's your octave. So when you go from when you play an octave, it's going to be always the same note, right? So A to A, right? So that's what your left hand does, that same octave, and then E on the end, right? So the hard thing is to be able to go to E at the end, right? Well, not hard, just a little trickier. So you can start from the end and play just this bit where you start on the D, right? D, C sharp, B, A. Get your hand situated, right? And now you're still on the A, and you have to just practice this move, going from here to get here, right? Now, if you miss this, start here. Don't go back, right? Give your fingers a chance to know what it feels like to play this right. Very important thing in practice that you get there, right? Start from your end point. Okay, I have to be here. So now go back to A and line up your fingers D, C sharp, B, A. And practice. So you can get that fluidly, right? And then you can back up one measure. This is A, E, and we're going A. And here we go, go to D. So the whole second section, right? You're going to start C sharp, D, E, and you remember you're on A for a long time. A, E, E, A, E, A, E, move to D, move to E. Okay, so now the good news is your left hand's going to stay on E for a bit now, right? So that's your left hand. Your right hand is going to do some crazy stuff in this section, right? But it's also the coolest part. So you're going to go E, D sharp, E. So what is this basically? It's an E octave with an embellishment, right? So this black note is the embellishment. So it's 5, 4, 1, 4. So the ring finger is going to do double duty. It's going to play both this D sharp and this D natural. So E, 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 D sharp, E, D natural. So get that down. And then the next part, second finger on C sharp, fifth finger on A, fourth finger on G sharp. And that's it. So okay, did you catch all of that? So it repeats, right? So now you just have to put that together with an E octave. Okay, so when you have that part down, then we can do the next part. Now your left hand is still going to be doing octaves on E. Your right hand now is going to do E, D sharp, C sharp. And it's just going to play these three notes. It's going to go in a circle, right? All steps. E, D sharp, C sharp, D sharp, E, D sharp, C sharp, D sharp, E. So it goes like this. So it's two notes of the right hand to one note of the left hand. That's your ratio. Okay, and now now comes the super duper fancy part that goes right at the end, and it's going to be the hardest part in the piece. So right hand goes 2 on G sharp, A, thumb, so you're crossing like this, and then, so really you're going to end up in an A major hand position with this one crossover. So, right, so pinky, G sharp, A, D, C sharp, D, E, A. And then D, C sharp, D, E, A. So look at how we traveled. We're basically here in this 5-finger hand position, and we're going to end up in this 5-finger A major hand position. Did you see that? So when you're here, so do you recognize those hand positions, right? So starting, we're going to just do the last 3 bars. So you're starting on E, G sharp, A, D, C sharp, D, E, A, D, C sharp, D, E, A. So be very careful about the fingering here and get this right hand down, okay? And then when you have the right hand down, we're going to do the left hand. The left hand goes E, D, C sharp, D, E. So notice it's 1, 5, 1, and then 3, 2, 1. So what happens? We're in an A major 5-finger hand position again. And we're going to stay there to the end once we get there. So pinky on E, D, thumb, and then 5-finger hand position. C sharp, D, E, A, D, C sharp, D, E, A. So let's do it from the circle part. Remember this? Okay, so here's how it all goes together. So I'm going to do it very slowly so you can watch everything. So we're pinkies together, E, and then G sharp, now we're in the 5-finger hand position and we play together. And then we're going to repeat the first part. Okay, so let's do it again from the circle part. From there, okay? Are you ready? So. And then you're going to move. The other way to practice is just go from the end. That's our last bar. Right? And then our second to last bar. And then our third to last bar, starting on pinkies on E. And then our fourth to last bar. This is where the term comes from. You got to know something backwards and forwards, right? So you're going to go backward. You can go backwards. That's a very, very efficient way of practicing. Alrighty. Well, I hope this helps you. I hope you have fun practicing. And as always, I wish you a great day. And thank you for watching.